3 inches of rain and 8 inches of snow are possible in eastern Nebraska later this week. Officials say it could aggravate the flooding on the Missouri River. After the historic flood event devastated rural residents in parts of the Midwest, Congress is working to get those impacted the help that they need. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock is live in our Washington, D.C. studios with an update. Sarah?
Well, thanks, Christina. Senators from across the Midwest are taking to the Senate floor today to raise the profile of this flooding disaster amongst their colleagues and really bring attention to what's on the agenda, which is, of course, that supplemental disaster bill that is being considered, which was originally written for the 2018 disasters and is now, Senator Grassley, for one, expects that it will be expanded to 2019 events as well, which he says will be done very simply to hopefully include all of the folks who have been or will be affected by this disaster going forward. Now, of course, we've also had lots of discussion about why this happened, why the devastation couldn't be altered at all by federal actions, and of course, folks like Senator Grassley from Iowa are pointing squarely at the Army Corps of Engineers for their failure to mitigate these impacts.
Iowans, especially those who live along the Missouri River, want and deserve answers. Southwest Iowa communities have raised grave concern about the unresponsive Corps of Engineers, specifically about the lack of communication, about not enough river dredging, water releases, and ordering the town of Hamburg back in 2011 to remove reinforcements of the now breached levee that left the town underwater.
Now, of course, Senator Grassley saying there that the Army Corps of Engineers, he says, has been distracted by multiple kind of other things in their handbook that they're responsible for, and he wants them to get back laser focused on flood control. That's something he'll be advocating for in the coming weeks, he says, in addition to, of course, this supplemental disaster relief and tax breaks that he's planning to push for as chairman of the Finance Committee for folks moving forward. So we're expecting to see a lot of movement out of this today. Senator Grassley did say he doesn't think ethanol plants, for one, have been very seriously impacted other than by farmers who won't be able to deliver grain as regularly and by infrastructure problems. But he is hopeful. He thinks there's a good chance that this bill will pass. It will pass. It's already passed in the House. The Senate will just have to take it up and make its adjustments to ensure that 2019 disasters are included. And we'll be watching that really closely here in Washington as this goes to the floor in the next hour or so. Christina?
All right, looking forward to your next update tonight on our Rural Evening News. There's a complete list of relief efforts for Midwest farmers and ranchers on our